order to develop your English communication skills, one of the ways of boosting up your confidence is by getting out of low self esteem. And it is always good to work on it as early as possible. Otherwise, you will never realize that it is there within you. Hello, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Alex, and welcome to my channel, Cornerstone Skills. And I'm on a mission to help you not only gain confidence in English and communication skills, but also help you to get out of low self-esteem. I would like to share my story about the years where I went through a period of feeling so low, having an inferiority complex, low self esteem, such a low image about myself. Did I speak English? Oh, yes, I did. I was a convent educated girl, so my English was not too bad. But yet, I did not have the confidence to speak in front of 5 people. I would go stand in the corner of a room. I would shy away from crowds and even the camera. So remember, even if you know English, your confidence level can be so low. Why? Let us find out. Let me give you a few reasons that could help us get out of this low self-esteem. The first one is comparing yourself with others. See, I come from a family of 5 children. My parents had 5 children, and I was the 4th one. So all my siblings were very smart, clever, intelligent, talented. You name it, they had it. I was the weak one. I was the sickly child. I was the shy one. I was the quiet one. And generally, when you're shy and quiet, I always thought, people are not interested in talking to you because you are boring. So that's what I used to think about myself. So nobody used to talk to me. So my confidence level also was very low. Talking about comparison, I remember meeting later on in life. Okay, I remember meeting a young, beautiful girl who was so talented, and she had such a low self-esteem about herself. I asked her, why do you have such a low picture about yourself? And this is what she told me. She said, my older sister is always praised and appreciated for everything she does. So it has gradually gotten to me that probably I'm good for nothing. Probably I'm not worthy of anything. Probably I'm useless. It is so important how we deal with each child. The question is, who told you and who told me that we are not smart and clever and intelligent? It is our mind that speaks to us. It is our mind that does all this comparison. Does anyone have to teach a little child how to tell lies? No, he learns it quite naturally. Likewise, does anyone have to tell us how to live a life of low self-esteem, how to have a inferiority complex? No, it gets into us. It gets hooked on to us like a leech. It just gets hooked on to us like a leech. Nobody has to teach us about it. Okay, so finally, how did I change my thinking? What was the change that came over me? As I was growing up as a young teenage girl, I heard somebody say that we are made in God's image. God knows everything about us. And slowly, there was an inner healing that took place within me. Gradually, I saw a shift in my personality traits. And to make things better, one day I overheard my father talking to a guest. He said, I have 5 children, and my 5 children are like my 5 fingers. They are all unique and they are talented in their own way. I was in awe. He did not say, out of my 5 children, 4 are talented. No, 4 are clever. No. He said, all my 5 children are unique, like my 5 fingers, and they all talented. They are all talented. I was so impressed. I was so blessed. I was to hear my father talk about his children, to talk good about his children behind their back. So let me tell you, dear ones, let us stop comparing ourselves with others. Just like what my father said, let us remember that we are all unique. We all have our own talents. We are different from others, but we are useful in different ways. Another important point is stop speaking negative about yourself. Just zip your mouth. There was a time when I only spoke negative about myself. I thought negative and I spoke negative about myself. But later on, I knew who I was. I began to appreciate myself. I began to like myself. I told myself I'm smart, I'm clever, I'm intelligent. It doesn't matter what others think about me, but I know who I am. I am a winner. I'm confident to talk in front of people. I will always be successful in life. Always speak good over your life. Always remember you are your best. You are your best encourager. So declare it aloud and tell yourself until this truth seeps down from your head, it comes down into your heart. The easy way out is to give a number of excuses. We underestimate ourselves so much. We label ourselves as not good enough, average. I don't have a good personality. I have so many weaknesses. That is all what our mind speaks to us, and we speak it out. Remember, it is those distorted images that prevents you and me from rising up. So stop speaking negative about yourself. Look at the good in you and start appreciating yourself. And the third point, others' remarks about you should not hurt you. Others' negative remarks should not hurt you. So after I started getting out of this low self-esteem, and I knew my skin was getting thicker and thicker. You know, in my mother tongue, we will say, "Thodi katti," like my skin was getting thick. So what happened many years later, I had a goiter here. I had a thyroid problem and I had a big goiter here, and I dreaded going to hospital, so I kept delaying. And one fine day, I ultimately had to go, and so I did a thyrectomy and a thyroid surgery to remove the goiter. And later on, much later on, people would make fun of me and say, "Your neck looks like an old lady." Did that bother me? No, I laughed along with them. Now I know who I am. It doesn't matter what people have to say or tell me about the way I look or what I do. You must learn to love. You must learn to laugh with them and not get upset at what they tell you. And even if ever you get upset when people make fun of you, just realize that, okay, you got to work on yourself more and more. Now, the greatest challenge, I know the greatest challenge is when your own family members put you down. But that is when you realize that you need to get stronger and stronger. But let me tell you a secret. The people who put you down always are the ones who are going through a severe case of low self-esteem. So instead of getting angry at them, you need to feel sorry for them. Just a few days back, I met a relative after a long time, and she passed a terrible comment at me. For a moment, I was taken aback. But then I told myself, oh, she's talking about the old Elizabeth, which is dead and gone. She doesn't know about the transformation that has taken place within me. Did I try to convince her? No. As long as you know the truth about yourself, it doesn't matter what people say or think about you. Right? Do not allow another person's remark spoil your mood or spoil your day. So, my dear friend, don't ever think that if only I master the English language, my confidence will build up. Maybe yes, maybe not, but your low self-esteem is always there to pull you down. So make sure you get rid of this inferiority complex. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter what your past life was like. What is important? What is important is we should always have a confident expectation of only good things coming our way. And if you're someone like me who has experienced an inner healing and transformation, then there is nothing better than that. I always tell myself I'm God's beloved child, I'm made in God's image, and He always has the best for me.